Hello and welcome to Season Sisters. I'm Autumn.
I'm Summer. I did wait a while for that
You
one.
are
I did.
asshole. That was such a huge gap.
I'm sorry. I did.
And like our
true.
first episode we recorded today, we forgot to do the intro until like 20 minutes into it.
I know.
So
we're so out of it.
We're out of it today.
It's a thing.
Today we're doing Pounders. I love Pounders.
Yeah.
I didn't like this episode
okay.
though. It was boring.
I found this is one of the few episodes that I find myself, I kept touching my phone like, is this almost done? Like,
yeah.
What is happening?
I will say, we'll get into it when we get into it, but I really think TLC thought Tammy was going to die. And I don't know why I laughed when I said that, but the way this episode is filmed is like they did not think Tammy was going to survive until season 4.
Is this during the same period that Amy posted that whole starting a GoFundMe for my sister?
You cut
Tammy
out for me. What did you say?
Amy started a GoFundMe at some point.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I know
because her sister was
I know we
dying.
have listeners who watched the YouTube channel. So was that for Tammy dying or was that for someone else dying? Does anyone know? What was the backstory with that scam? Was it Tammy?
It was Tammy because, okay, so I was watching Charlie and he has a compilation of scam videos and he talked about it briefly.
Oh, Moist Critical.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Just that this degenerate is trying to get money for her sister's funeral and she's not even like dead. I can't do his voice. I'm sorry.
I mean, it started out pretty good and then it kind of, you lost the plot, but the first couple of syllables were great.
Yeah, I tried.
You tried.
But
okay, so you have no information. Okay.
No. I need to watch. Well, because I put him on when I can't find a Disney live stream in the living room because his voice is just, I don't know, soothing in a weird way.
Yeah.
So I just let
He's
him
got
talk.
A great voice.
So,
yeah.
So
have
I'll
you
just
ever watched
Markiplier?
Markiplier?
I just watched Iron Lung recently, and now I'm like, oh, maybe I should start watching his videos.
Markiplier cracks me up. Markiplier has a very great deep voice.
Really? So, maybe I'll give him a shot too. Because I've been watching a lot of Charlie just because his voice is relaxing, and I don't really have to watch him because most of it's just I watch the compilation, so it's like this is the biggest scam ever. This is the worst movie ever. And it's the same videos. They just most of them I've seen. So I just walk through the living room. I'm like, oh yeah, still on it. Okay. Move on. Right. Also, he has so much content that you will never get bored of it. Like you will never plumb the depths of what he's posted, I don't think.
Yeah, that's like Mark and Jack, because I mean, like Jacksepticeye, because I mean they've been on YouTube for so long. It's just
which I used to think that about the Food Theorist because I loved Matt Pat. I love food theory, and then Matt Pat quit. So, and I haven't gone back. So, just can't.
I don't even know who that is, but okay.
Matt, but he does game theory, food theory, fashion theory, and movies.
Not anymore. I thought you said he quit.
Well, he quit, but they have all his channels are still going. Like he basically just passed the torch on to his employees, so they make content, and he probably just sits on a beach somewhere and makes some money off of it.
I love that.
Right? Yeah, he retired, I think, 3 years ago. It was sad, and I watched his last food theory video, and I just can't go back. And I'm sure that they're doing a great job. And I know watching it would be supporting Matt Pat, but I'm just like, oh, but it's not you, and I can't do that. So,
I get it.
Makes me sad.
I get it. Do you still watch the Try Guys? You used to watch the Try Guys, didn't you?
I did. I watched the Try Guys up until they got to their own channel, and they did a driving test about which is better. I mean, I can remember distinctly watching it. It was sleep deprived, drunk, or high, which is the worst for driving. And I made it halfway through the video, and I don't even remember what was going on in my life, but I was like, this is a dumb video, and I don't want to watch this. And I turned it off, and I've just never gone back. Which I don't know what this, like, you just have those moments in your life where you're just like, I'm done. That was
I never watched them, fun. But I did watch the podcast episode that Ned put out with his ex-wife.
Oh, it's his ex-wife.
Um,
Yes, who didn't watch
yeah,
that?
that's the only thing I've ever watched though, and I hope he has to go get a normal job.
You know
or
what's
something.
funny? This is probably gonna get us canceled. I don't know. You might want to cut this out after I say it. I actually subscribed to his worst podcast ever thing or
Why?
whatever his is called because I just was like, you know what? I think everyone deserves a second chance, but I've never watched a video. I'm just like, yeah, sure. I'll be one with all the bots subscribing to this, and I've never watched any of them. And I don't know
Interesting. I
why.
think it's weird that I just don't. I guess I don't think he deserves a second chance because when I listened to the episode with
His
his
wife,
ex-wife, his voice was completely different than his voice ever was on Try Guys.
yeah.
And then he didn't seem genuinely sorry for the affair at all.
No, I think he's genuinely sorry he got caught.
That's what I think. I think he's
And
sorry
I
he got
think,
caught and it ruined his life.
yeah, I think he's
And that's it.
genuinely sorry that he got caught. And he did another episode, actually, if you check it. There's another one where he did with her. Like, he did a recap where they came
Mhm.
back and talked about the podcast
Because
with
it's
her.
the only episode that did anything. No one
Yeah,
else
because it's all,
cares.
but it's almost like I get the impression it's not that even that he's sorry he got caught. He's sorry that he wasn't famous enough for this to just go away. Like, you know, he wasn't and not
Yeah.
to say that I agree that this is right. Don't come for me. But he wasn't a Chris Brown level where he could keep having gold records
Oh my
after
God.
beating the crap out. But you know what I mean? But I think that's what he thought he
Yeah.
was. He thought he
There's a
could
there's a
sleep with
guy
his
on
interns
Yeah,
and still
there's
be
a
okay.
guy, I can't remember what he's doing, but he's doing like a series right now, and I'm so sorry I don't know his name. Maybe one of you guys does. But he's doing a series right now about men who are still having all these careers, but the woman who didn't quote unquote smile enough, um basically just like going through like these women who are perceived as bitches um in the media for
Yeah.
not smiling enough or being rude occasionally, and then he always lists like a bunch of men who've done horrific shit and still are going on to do all of these amazing, like quote unquote amazing things and winning awards and stuff
Yep.
while
But
having all
Katherine
these horrible allegations. But Catherine
Heigl is
Heigl,
doing Poise commercials now.
yeah, um great. It's lovely. So,
No, because
yeah.
she always
I'm
makes me
glad though
sad.
that
Because
he didn't get forgiven for that.
yeah, no,
Actually.
I don't think he should have been. But Katherine Heigl's always made me sad because first off, I never watched whatever show she was on,
Mhm.
but her hate is like so extreme. But
Yeah. I've never really known why. I don't know anything about her. I know that the girl from Shameless, what's her name? The main character, whoever played Fiona. I know that people always say she's a bitch, and I saw a woman who said that she worked with her a few times, and she said that she was like, she wasn't a bitch, she just knew what she was doing. And
yeah,
she said that in the profession, you're always warned about women, like, oh, she's hard to work with and stuff like that. And then you work with them and they're just good at their jobs, but
yeah.
you're never warned when a man has the same energy
See,
that,
this is why I'm totally. I mean, hello, we're gonna go off subject again, people. If you
yeah,
listen to the other podcast, it's why I think Blake Lively's probably a terrible human being, but I also think that Ryan Gosling deserves just, or not Ryan Gosling. Sorry,
Ryan
not Ryan
Reynolds.
Gosling. I love him. Ryan Reynolds deserves just as much because I
Oh, yeah.
watched an interview with, I cannot remember her name. She's in Silo. I think she's in the new Dune movie. She's great. I love her. But she was in that movie, oh, Life. I think that's the name of it. That horror movie. And she was so insulted and hurt. And she wouldn't name who it was. She's like, but she told him, she's like, I will act to the back of your head. You do not have to look at me because we are not sharing a screen like that. I was like, go off. Because all that came out during the Blake Lively thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember her
I
name,
don't
but
know.
yeah, it's the same thing. It's like she was put as difficult to work with, and it's like I think she's fantastic. Like, what
Yep.
is her name? I'm trying to
Well,
figure
it's
out her
like
name.
there's
Hold on, I'm
that
looking it up.
that
Rebecca
one Taylor.
Ferguson.
Oh, I've heard of her. There's like
Yeah.
that one Taylor Swift song. It's probably my favorite Taylor Swift song ever. It's called The Man. It's basically just about how if she were a man, she would be perceived as like the man, but because
Oh
she's a
yeah.
woman, she's a bitch and she is a gold digger and all this stuff. And ripped. Like if she was a guy who dated as much as she's dated, no one would bat an eye, you know,
Yeah.
at the
Because
conquests. And because she's a woman, though, no one wants her. You know, it's like a shameful thing that she dated so much. Which, if you actually look at, like, I'm not a Taylor Swift like stan. Like, I like a lot of her music, not all of it, but like I like a lot of her music. But if you look at like actually how frequently she dated people publicly, it's a pretty normal number for a person in their
yeah,
20s. It's not like one boyfriend after another. It's like 6 months to, it's like one guy every couple of years if you look at how long she dated people. And yet people are like, oh my God, no one wants to be with her. And she dates, like, she's a serial dater. And it's like, no, she's not. She's a 20-year-old, you know, back
yeah.
then.
I don't think it's that weird. I really
With a
don't.
normal dating life, it wasn't that weird. It's
No,
fine.
it's just it
But
is what it is. But
anyway,
yeah.
so we're here to talk about
Did she get
pounders.
married?
I don't know. I don't give a shit. So
I can't
I
ever.
think
I can't.
so. Like,
It's
yeah.
getting harder and harder for me to tell AI. Like I like because we scroll. I was like, oh, Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez at her wedding and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I can't. Like sometimes I can be like, okay, well that's 4 fingers on one
Yeah,
hand and 17 on the other, but I can't
she
tell
did get
anymore.
married to Travis Kelsey.
Oh, she did.
I
Okay.
just don't care. So
You're like, I just do not care.
I just don't care what a celebrity does in their personal life. I don't give a fuck about that. But
I wish
anyway,
I
let's get
wish I
into
could say
what the
that.
sisters, the 1,000-pound sisters, do in their personal life.
Ooh, you're right. They're not celebrities. Let's talk gossip about them. We do have
People's
one
personal
mullet
lives are
time.
not my business, but let me go ahead and bitch about Tammy Slayton.
Yeah.
Yay.
We do have one mullet time for Ellen.
Yeah.
Ellen said she would love to be Winter, so yay, we have a new sister. My favorite season, Emma, and I'm a cold-hearted bee. And she says, I love you too. So we love you. So
We do.
that's all I
Also,
have for
Ellen
mullet
sent
time.
us a video on Instagram of, like, have you noticed that, like, Amy looks like she's dissolving?
What do you mean?
Amy's lost so much weight that
Oh,
she
yeah.
looks awful. Like,
Can I say that scares me for a newly married woman? I feel like you should be gaining weight after you get married, not
well, I
losing
mean,
it.
she always wants to
But
she's wanted to get skin removal for years, so I guess that's
yeah,
what
so
she's
maybe
doing.
she's just
But I
focused.
saw this video of her on YouTube or Instagram. I can't remember. I need to start sending this stuff to our Instagram so we can all see it.
Yeah, you do.
But it was her doing that, like, age filter, you know, on your phone.
Oh yeah.
And it said she was like 50. And she was like, I'm
Sorry.
38. And I was like, girl, you look 50 though. Sorry.
Girl, that's actually pretty
Girl,
generous.
I mean,
Girl.
yeah. But I've heard that that's what happens. Like, that's the only reason why I'm not 100% excited to lose weight is, I mean, I know I don't look super young. I'll say that. But I don't look old either. So, and I'm terrified that if I lose weight, I'm going to look really old. And I don't want to.
I'm going to call out our nephew. Thought that Audie and our brother were twins at one point.
That was our niece, but yeah.
Was it our niece? Okay, yeah. She was like, "Are you the same age as my dad?" And I was like,
and I was like, "Shut the fuck up." Jacob doesn't look old, I don't think, but like I do think it's sweet that she thought we were twins. I was just like, "Aw."
I just want to be like, okay, now say that I look younger than both of them. Say it. Just
yeah,
say it.
Those kids said that, I wouldn't have bought anything for them.
I would have been like, who wants a car? Let's go.
Yeah,
But
I don't know how I would react if they were like, well, clearly Aunt Summer's younger than you. I would be like, oh my God. No, she isn't. Thank you.
No,
Thanks for that.
100% I mean it. That the first trip that we, like, if we ever go to Disney or anywhere together and someone says, oh, it's so nice that you brought your mom to Disney, I'll be like, this is the last trip we're ever taking, Autumn. I'm never coming with you again. That is it.
We're only 8 years apart. I don't think
But if someone ever says that to me, I will flip out. I will be like,
okay, but the difference is I've put on lotion since I was 12 and you've never done it. So if it happens to you, that's on you.
That's not true. I used to sleep in my makeup.
You don't put on lotion.
I used to sleep in my makeup because I thought I liked the way my skin looked in the morning after my skin suffocated at night. And I feel like my skin was better for it because it's just how it worked. So
I still think you should probably be moisturizing.
I put lotion on my legs right now. So because I'm ashy.
Yeah, that's what
But
I meant. Obviously, that's
I
clearly
know.
what I meant. Yeah.
Okay. So this is just. Well, we can probably talk about this after too, but I've never understood what to put on my face and when to put it on my face and for how long. I have bought
How
a lot
long?
of, yeah, like, do you like, so I buy like Dollar Tree face masks and I put those on,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you do those for 15 minutes and sometimes you do them for 20. So all those serumy like potions and lotions, I'm just like, I don't know how to do that. Also, why am
Yeah,
I
I
putting it
feel
on?
like you should probably just
Excuse
buy
me.
a thing of CeraVe lotion, right? Like just regular old lotion. And you need to whack that on your face after you get out of the shower when your face is warmed up. And then that's all you need to do. And
Wouldn't
that
that
would
make
be
me greasy?
miles ahead of what, no. Because the idea is you put it on your face while your face is still damp. And then as your face dries, it soaks it in and you don't feel it. 100%. I promise you, you do not feel it. Um,
You sound like that guy from Silence of the Lambs.
no, I don't.
It
But
rubs the
that's what I
lotion on
do.
its
I don't know.
skin.
I probably need to start. I've stopped doing all my potions and lotions because a lot of the like vitamin C serums and stuff are breaking me out. So I for the last like 6 months have been doing just like a moisturizer and that's it. And I think that my face, my complexion's better for it, but now I'm all like,
Yeah,
well, we'll see what
I was
happens.
about to say, I was like, I thought your skin looked really good when I saw you last. And I would
Yeah.
tell you, I'd be like,
And I
wow,
think
it's high
it's because
school.
I've taken out so many steps. So, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
thought you looked great, but I don't know. I like, I don't know. I'm also lazy, so I'm just not gonna do
That's
it.
why you do it in the shower. Like you just put your lotion like in the shower and then when you turn off your water, you put it on your face and then grab your towel. That's pretty much all you need to do.
I can do that
Just
at your house, maybe.
thank you. Yeah, you can. Or I'll come in and do it for you. But anyway, let's get into this. So read our thing because I think this episode's also boring. Let's go.
Yeah, season 3, episode 12. 12. Whoa.
12.
Episode 12. Never say never. Okay, I'm gonna slow down. Amy sees a oh my god. Amy sees a pediatric dietitian and faces some difficult truths about Gage's diet, which was a 2-second blurb and not
It
even
was
that big a
literally
deal.
a sepia flashback.
Yeah, it wasn't even in the episode really. Dr. Smith confronts Tammy, he doesn't confront her very well, about her partying lifestyle.
Yeah, this
None of
is
that
the
happened.
worst. This is none of this really happened. All right, so we
Also,
open
Chris
what?
learned how to fly. You might as well put that in there because none of that happened. All this is fake. I
So
hate it.
Amy wants another baby. And so we
No
pick up right
kidding.
where we left off with the pregnancy test. So and
Yeah.
she's like, and I don't disagree with her because she
No.
basically says that she's worried that she now will not be able to get pregnant again because she
Yeah.
got pregnant so easily with Gage, and now she hasn't gotten pregnant as easily with the second one. So she's worried that it'll just never happen. And I do think okay, because at this point she's like what 35 or something like that, 36 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. She's not
Um,
young.
I
Yeah.
I understand her being like I get her being like, okay, Dr. Proctor, I hear what you're saying, but if I wait too much longer, I won't be able to have a baby. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it now and then worry about my weight later
Yeah.
because that's anyway. So the test
Well,
is
and
negative.
she's
So
clearly wanted a baby. Like she said it from the get go. She wanted babies and she wanted them real close together, just like her and Tammy.
yes, yeah.
So,
Which I mean, like, I
100%.
think that's interesting because it's not like her and Tammy have a fantastic relationship.
Right?
So I think that's interesting.
Right? I don't know why
Um,
you'd be like, I want my kid to hate his brother just as much as I hate my sister. Let's
yeah,
go.
I think that that's just a Tammy thing because I mean, my brother and I are really close in age and we're like best
That's true.
friends. So I don't know,
Ugh.
man.
Yeah.
Ugh. But
Ugh.
Amy's clearly disappointed, and then Michael's like, "Well, we can just try again. Let's just do it."
Brother,
Um,
the way he said it, I was like, if I was a camera crew person, I was like, can we get out of the room, please?
can we leave, please? Ew.
Before, please, because the way he said it, I was like, oh, he about to take her to Pound Town. It's gonna happen. I don't want to see it.
Gross.
Yeah,
So
it was
Chris
awkward.
is going over to talk to Tammy about his appointment with Dr. Smith and to check on her. He says he's under 350 for the first time since being a teenager, and that his next goal is he wants to buy like a 3-piece suit because he's always wanted one since he was a kid. So
Yeah, which is
that's
sweet.
what he wants.
I also
It's
don't
very
think
sweet.
Chris has lost that much weight. Like every time we see Chris, I'm just like, that looks pretty much the same. Like I feel
Yeah.
like his weight loss men seem to be able to drop weight so fast. Like anytime Carl's like, I'm gonna lose weight, it's like, and you're at the goal. And I haven't even bought my first salad. But
Yeah.
to me, Chris is doing so slow with this. I don't know if that's healthy or not, but his weight loss seems to be very a slow process, not as quick
Well,
as even Amy's was.
well then that's good though, because does that mean that he's probably eating properly? You know?
Probably, or is he just like, well, I got it, and I don't
I
know.
don't know. He ends up dropping a lot of weight, I think, between this season and next season. So we'll see. But anywho, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, and then he tells Tammy, like, Dr. Smith is gonna come over and see you. Would you mind? And then I do agree with Tammy here, because Tammy's like, he's the one who told me to stop coming. So
Which is true.
why is he like weirded out that I'm not coming anymore? Because he said to stop. And then she's like, so why would he come here? And then Chris says, because he's worried about you like the rest of us. And then
Yeah,
it's just Tammy, it's her depression. And I'm glad that she's not, that she gets better.
yeah,
But she says, like, I just want everyone to leave me alone and let me do me, basically. And it's like, but if we leave you
yeah.
alone and let you do you, you'll die. So,
Well, and I think the doctor coming to see her makes sense because I think in
yeah.
his mind he thought he was giving her tough love with like,
And in
okay, well,
reality, she doesn't take it like that. She just stops trying.
yeah. So I feel like he's probably a very empathetic, nice person who was like, oh shoot, what if
Yeah.
I just killed this woman? So
Yeah, I think so. Because I think that Dr. Proctor thought that that was going to be the motivation. And then
yeah,
she's just been spiraling, basically.
yeah, she doesn't care.
And she says that she does want to lose weight and get surgery, but she doesn't want to focus on it because there's more to her than weight. And it's like, yeah, there is, but
Yeah, there's also a
there's
bad
not going to
attitude.
be. Yeah, because then Chris tells her, he's basically like, shut up. Chris tells her, like I understand that, but if you keep going the way you're going, there won't be much life left to live.
Yeah,
So, yes, there is more to you than weight, but the weight
but
is going to kill you.
why don't we ever explore what there is more to Tammy? Because I don't want to be a Tammy hater, but I was like, because when she said it, I was like, okay, like what? Like, there's nothing. If it wasn't for your weight, no one would even come and check on you. So
I
I
just
don't
think it's
understand.
crazy that like the way she talks sometimes, and I get it. I do. I'm trying to get it, but like the way she talks is like she weighs like 200 and people are
Yeah,
telling her she's fat. It's like,
yeah,
no, girl, you're going to die. Like,
yeah,
you're not doing well. It's not it's not a mystery. It's not like,
yeah.
I
Like
mean, I don't
at
know,
this
man.
point, I don't think you're
You
knocking
can't put
on
on a
death's
girdle
door.
and hide this. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a lot. Like, because she has an asthma attack while Chris is over there, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
coming
she
up?
stops talking and then Chris is like, she's always had asthma, but now that she's, putting other shit in her lungs, she needs her inhaler way more. So that's putting even more pressure on her body.
Which is kind of. Didn't Chris get told he had to quit smoking? So I feel like it's funny that Chris is like, well, she's smoking now, and that's what's
Yeah.
doing it. It's like, bro,
Well,
you were
but it
literally
sounds
smoking
like
2 episodes ago.
maybe Tammy
I think she's
never
smoking more
did.
than that. Oh, well, see, I think she's smoking more than that too.
Well, I think she's
Because
probably smoking weed, yeah, because she seems high in
for
a lot of
sure,
these
a
talking heads.
lot.
Um, so,
But
but I know Amy smokes. I know Chris
yeah,
smokes. I'm assuming Misty does, and that's not because I've seen her smoke. It's just the voice seems like a
yeah.
smoker voice.
So do you
Um,
think Chris really quit whenever the doctor told him to? Or do you think he just like
I think he
held
quit, and then
off?
I think he's probably smoking again now that he's done.
I do have a question about this asthma attack, and I'm not trying to
Hmm.
be a rude person. Do you think that this was a legit? She needs her inhaler because she can't breathe because she's so fat. I'm sorry, I hate that word, but because she's the size of a dump
Chunky.
truck. Yeah, that's better. Sorry. Or do you think this was because the conversation got too emotional and it was a way to get the subject off of her weight, but also that doesn't work
Column A,
out?
column B, column A, column
Yeah,
B. I think it's
because
both.
part of me was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's have an asthma attack. That's great
I
because,
think it's like the same thing as like if you're sick at work, you feel sicker than you do when you're at home because you don't want to
yeah,
be at work.
yeah,
So
that's true.
that's what I think. I think that she didn't want to be having the conversation. So then she's like, "Oh, I can't breathe." Plus, I don't have asthma, but our mom does, and our mom said
Yeah,
that when she was trying to breathe, when she was a kid, particularly, if people were focusing around her, she couldn't get her breath back because it would cause more anxiety, the being surrounded by people. So when our mom has like an asthma attack, you just kind of have to ignore her and let her use her inhaler, let her sit, let her breathe, and don't focus on it. Like, don't
If
baby her, kind of a thing. Like, just leave her alone. At least
I'm
that's with
not
her.
I'm
So
not good at babying her anyway. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm a terrible daughter because I'm the one who's like, whatever. We'll
no,
just
you're
keep
not, because you
making
let her wear
jokes.
whatever you. We're very different daughters because
We are.
I'll baby her, but not with the inhaler because I know it embarrasses her when she has to use it for some reason.
I didn't know
But
that.
you let her wear whatever you want her to wear, and I don't.
Have you seen the stuff I wear? Why would I say anything to our mother?
I know, because I'll turn around and you guys will both be dressed. I'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing? What is this? What are we wearing today?" And then you both are just like, "I don't know, this," and I'm like, "All right. I mean, go off,
I
but like, no."
Yeah, like the main difference between Mom and style is Mom is a eclectic mix of you and I, because I feel like Mom wears a lot of plain colors
Yeah,
and a lot of solids, and I cannot think of any solid shirts I have in my
yeah.
wardrobe.
I'm very like, I feel like, uh, uh, yeah, I'm very much like a uniform person. Um, I have like it'll be a t-shirt and some form of leggings, jeans, or jean shorts, and that's it.
Oh yeah, how are those shorts working, by the way? Have you tried them on
I'm
again
wearing them
since
right
that day?
now.
Are you? Yeah.
I'm wearing them right now, and they got. I forgot you. You need to take the tags off stuff when you give it to me.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry. Yeah, my bad.
because I opened my washer and everything was covered in white paper, and I was like, "What happened?" And then I found
Oh
one of the
no.
Halara tags at the bottom. I was like, "Oh, I forgot to take that off."
Yeah,
So now
so
I'm just having
I
to, like, every time Kyle and I put on a something from that logo, because I'm not going to rewash it. I'm just
no,
lint rolling
I wouldn't
this.
either. It's like, let's just let roll that tag off. Yeah, so I found two pairs of Halara shorts at the thrift store I work at, and I got them, and I was gonna just resell them, and I was like, wait a second, my sister's coming down, and these look exactly like her style, and I'm so
Yeah,
glad they work because
yeah. I'm
they were
wearing
not my
the
style.
short pair right now.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
was like, they're not my style because they're just plain black, and
I know. We're
I don't
very
do that.
different.
We
We're very
are, and that's
different.
why mom would wear just plain black because actually mom has a similar pair of those shorts, but I was just like, I'm not wearing that.
Mom is
So
definitely a mix of both of our styles.
yeah,
So
mom was
I
all
think
about
so.
comfort and ease, and I'm like, do these polka dots and fish print go together with these rainbow earrings? And yes, so
And yes, they do,
oh my
regardless.
gosh,
Honestly,
speaking of
though,
which,
I like looking at how you dress because it's crazy and it's bright, and I like looking at bright colors. I just don't like wearing bright colors.
I just bought today a pair of felted croissant earrings. I'm so excited.
A
They look like
bubble fart bear
no,
bunnies.
they're not. They're actually handmade. It's from a like I guess an artist, but they look like a croissant, but they're felted, so they look fuzzy. Like if you were looking at them with like your eyes squinted. I thought they'd be great for like, you know, something. I don't know.
Epcot.
I
You
was
can
like,
get a
these are great.
croissant in Epcot, can't you?
That's true. And I don't wear this color at all, but I was like, these are so freaking cute. So I'm
Where did you
gonna
find that? At a garage sale, or where'd you go today? What day of the week is it?
It's Monday. I got them on Poshmark. I'm not gonna lie, people.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Poshmark. Oh,
like
I mean,
I,
that
I
sounds adorable.
they recommended them to me because Poshmark. I hate random subject change. Okay, just I'm gonna go on a tangent. I hate when the internet knows me. Like when it's like, oh, we're gonna recommend this to you, and I'm like, you don't know me, but also I like this pair and I like this pair, and I liked like three different pairs of earrings that they recommended. Turns out they were all sold by the same person. So she sent
Oh,
me a really good deal today, and I was like, I do not need earrings because I just redid my earrings and took all day doing them.
but
But I'll
you
accept
made
this.
room.
But
Yeah,
I'm gonna make space for
I'm gonna
this.
buy
So,
these.
but I'm also gonna buy these. So, but I hate it that they know me. I hate it that they know me. It makes me so mad. But I'm also like, but you do.
But
I
you
want to
do.
be a. I
Nailed
want to be.
it.
I want to be one of those women. You know how men are always like in shows are always like women are a mystery. I want to be a mystery one day. That's my goal. But I think I'm too open. I'm like,
Oh my gosh, I saw this video that cracked me up the other day. It was was this woman talking. She was like, my husband was like, go pick out a Chanel purse. And she was like, when the fuck have I ever talked about a Chanel purse? Where's the raccoon I want? Where's my raccoon?
See, I get that.
That
I
made me
feel
laugh.
that.
Yeah. I was just like,
It's
that's
like
accurate.
that's so accurate. It's like I don't want that. Do you have a possum, baby? That's what I want.
I want a freaking opossums don't live very long.
No. Have you thought about getting a
So
rat? Never mind. Rats don't live long either because that's what I
rats
think
live
I'm gonna.
even less.
Yeah,
The heck? No.
but they're
No. I
so
need like a
cute.
tortoise.
Ew, no.
They live
Get
a
a
really long
lizard.
time though. No.
Like one of those
maybe
giant.
a beardy.
Like I think one that walks around, like one of those big ones that you see people have that
Like
just
a
like.
Komodo dragon?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. Like the ones with the face
like a monitor?
pockets. Yeah.
Oh, an iguana.
Yeah, with the spikies on them.
Yeah. An iguana. Is that what you're talking about?
I think so.
Or like a tegu or something? I don't know.
They're big
I'm just trying to go
ones.
over all the lizards that they have in Snake Discovery.
Like I watched this guy online and he's got a lizard and he just walks around and eats cat food and he's always in trouble and he's so freaking cute and I'm like, oh my god, that's what you need. I don't know how long they live. How long? What's the life of
I personally
this?
am vibing
Yeah, a giant
without,
iguana.
I don't know. I'm doing fine without having pets. I miss my boys, so I'm not ready yet.
Okay, I just sent you a picture of the lizard I want you to get.
Okay. Okay, there you are. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Guess whose phone's not on silent?
Mine. Never. All right. So
Isn't that cute?
Attack. It is cute. He's very cute. I don't know how we got here. We're talking
here.
about asthma. No, we're talking about lizards. Anyway, so they're getting ready for Gage's first birthday and they're having it at the park near their house. If you guys are ever on a reality show, they show the name of the park. They show them walking to the park. They say what city the park is in. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Is this the park that's close to their house? Because then Amy,
it's
when
around
they bought
the
the house
from the house.
Yeah, she was like, "This is the park that's close to their house." Yeah, so it's like it wouldn't be that hard to find her. But
no, this is so dangerous. Anyway, so then we see the video of the recent visit to the dietitian, which is just her worrying about Gage turning out like her, which I think is valid because she has food problems and she's worried about her baby having food problems. And then the dietitian's like, I mean, I think that, you have to help him figure out how to have his hunger cues, to listen to his body. And then she says, do you think I'm a bad mom? And it's like, none of what she said sounded like she thought you were a bad mom, but okay.
And that's literally it.
That's literally it. But I also think that if you're hyper focused about, okay, this is just me, I'm not a parent, but I also think that if you're constantly worried about your child gaining weight, then your child is going to have food problems because now you're putting all of this on your kid. They're going to notice.
Yeah. You can't do that to it. I mean,
no.
You just can't because it's going to hyper focus your kid on something that you don't want them to focus on as opposed to them just growing up.
And I mean, like, you can worry about it internally, but you don't need to be like, I feel like, because there's someone I knew who their daughter, like when the daughter was like 12 or 13, started like getting a little, like, little kid chubby. It's not a big deal. Like, she wasn't big by any stretch of the imagination, but then the mom told her daughter, I don't want you to be fat like me, so you need to watch what you eat. And I'm like, well, that's a really fucked up thing to say because this is a little preteen girl. And what we probably should have done is just like, well, we're going to go for walks as a family at night. That's what we're going to do. Like, that's what we're doing. We're not doing it to make you lose weight. We're just all going to be healthy. Like, Dad and I are going to be healthy and you're going to come with. That's it.
And I think it helps if you start that at 4, where it's like, oh no, we have dinner and then we go walk around the track and then we come home. Or like
something like that. But you don't need to tell a teenage. I don't know. I'm not a parent. Do what you want, but I just feel like you probably shouldn't say those things. I don't know.
No,
I don't say those things.
I think little girls have enough pressure from the media and their classmates and everything else in their life. They need to have one place where they can be safe and loved and not have to focus on their body
and eat an extra Twinkie if they want it.
Yeah, who gives a crap because
Yeah.
that's dumb. Like I hate this. I hate this a lot.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
someone
I'll
who
tell you
struggled
who
with
did it
this, I hate
after
this.
this. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ugh, I hate that.
So the theme is ocean animals because they went to the aquarium and Gage looked at a couple things, and so now he's obsessed with ocean animals, obviously.
I do think
Um,
it was cute seeing the picture, but I don't know. The glages are so cute. The gauge is
it's
so
only
cute.
the Gage is so cute. He is very cute, but I do think it's funny that Amy's like, he knows everything he likes. He picks out my clothes. He picks out his clothes. He
Ob-
loves a dolphin, and it's all like, it's just a baby. He's just
Obviously,
a
because I
baby.
could probably pick out with a pretty good accuracy which outfits Gage picks out for her, because they're the ones where she looks
Yeah.
like, "What is that? What are we
What are you
doing?
doing?
Like, what are
But
we
it's super
doing?"
windy, and obviously none of what they've come to set up is working because apparently they didn't bring any of those like tablecloth weights.
Yeah, I
Which
don't
honestly, it seemed windy enough
understand.
that I don't even know if those would work in this
Yeah,
situation.
I don't know. It was windy. I don't. This is just back to Amy not really
Not being
planning.
prepared. Because if
Yeah,
it was this windy and I had a plan to do it here, I feel like I would have been like, change of plans, just come to my house. We're just gonna have it indoors because it's way too
yeah.
windy for
It's
this.
like, you know what? We're gonna go
Um,
to the park and play, but then we're gonna have the cake and ice cream back at my house, and I can decorate
yeah.
my kitchen.
And so
Easy
they show
peasy.
up and Amanda shows up and she's like, okay, well, where's Gage? And Michael's like, oh, my sister has him. And she's like, okay. And then Amy goes, because this is a surprise party. And Amanda's like, well, he's one. He's not gonna understand. And Amy goes, exactly.
I love the sister dynamic of, yeah, and she's like, well, I can't argue
I
with you.
love
You're
that
right.
Amanda's like, are you serious? This is not a surprise party. This is just a party.
I mean,
I
it is,
mean,
but Gage is surprised every day. He's like, what?
Gage is
We get
surprised
to eat again?
daily by new
That's
stuff.
crazy.
So okay,
Mom
but
mom
it was
disappeared
dumb.
12 times in the living room while we were playing this game called Peekaboo. I don't even know. It's crazy. So I did love Amanda's
So
face though. Like,
she was just like,
okay.
he's one, so he doesn't know. He doesn't understand that. And Amy's like, exactly. So this is gonna be the best surprise party ever. Anyway, so Misty shows up, Chris shows up, the friend Rob, who I wouldn't have personally. I know that Tammy's an adult and Tammy's doing her own thing. I get that. But if my family friend was the one drinking with my sister, helping her kill herself, I would no longer talk to that person, nor would he be invited to
Yeah.
anything.
I don't understand why we're still doing this. I did
Because he's
like
enabling
Amy.
her.
Yeah, I
That's what
do
he's doing.
like Amy saying that if Tammy didn't show up to the party, she would just cut her off. I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. So Darlene, Tammy are there. Amy says that she hasn't even seen Tammy in 2 weeks, but she can tell that Tammy's still drinking and like
Oh my
she can
gosh,
just
she
see
looked
it.
so bad.
She looks really
Like she
bad.
looked bad.
She does. And then Amy says that it's really hard to see someone you love throw their life away, which I agree with.
I bet it would be hard because
Chris says he's
that's
proud of Amy because of everything she accomplished in the last year, buying a house, having a baby, blah blah blah.
why can't Chris say that to her though?
I don't know.
Because I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
it's coming up here when Darlene is talking to Tammy, but I feel like it would be. I think Amy would want to hear that because Amy, like in season 8, she's big about like Amanda's the one who sticks up. Like, well, she wants you to come and look at her house and say nice
Yeah.
things and be excited. I feel like it would go. Hopefully it did. I'm not trying to just take a point away from Chris, but I feel like that would go a long way to tell your little sister that you're proud of her. So
Yeah.
I just hope he said that to her because I think that would help Amy heal a lot.
I hope so. And then basically, Amy tells Tammy, um, like, basically, she thanks her for being there, and then she says in her little talking head that she wants Tammy to watch Gage grow up, but she doesn't know how long Tammy's body's going to hold out at this point.
Yep.
This whole episode, like I said at the beginning, is set up like Tammy is dying, like she is going to die. Like they thought Tammy was going to die after this episode, 100%.
Yeah.
But
But no.
Amy and Chris go to get some coffee with Dr. Smith. Pretty much nothing really happens.
No, they just talk about Tammy. And
They talk about Tammy. Tammy knows he's coming, so
clearly
it's not a
call
surprise.
sheet.
And And then Dr. Smith hasn't seen her in 3 months, and Chris says that he thinks Tammy's pushing 700 at this point, and she's binge drinking 4 days a week.
Yep.
So, yeah. And then
Not
Dr.
doing
Smith
good.
basically says that Tammy's going to need to be compliant about talking to a therapist and working on her mental health. And then Amy is basically just like, well, what is her rock bottom? And then both of the guys are, which I mean, I don't think she was genuinely asking what the rock bottom is. I think she was just like more posing, like,
Yeah.
how has she not hit rock bottom yet? Because they were both like, well, we don't know what a rock bottom is. It's all different for other people. And I'm like, I don't think Amy was confused about that fact. I think Amy was more like, how could we possibly go lower than this kind of a thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was more of a hype. What is that? A hyperbolic. What is that word?
Hypochondriac.
No. Yeah, it was a hypochondriac question. What is that word where you just ask a question but you don't expect an answer?
Hypothetical.
Thank you. That's the
Yeah.
word. It was a hippocampus question.
It was a
So
hippocampus one.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was a hippocampus question.
But they were like telling her, I don't know. I didn't really like that they were explaining to her what rock bottom meant, because I think that she understood that fact. I think she was more just like expressing her grief that this isn't rock bottom yet, is what it
Yeah.
sounded like to me. Because she says, what is her rock bottom? Then a casket, because we can't go lower than this.
Well, and I feel like it would have to be hard too, because yes, it's Tammy doing the struggle, but they're all being pulled down with her through this rock bottom too. It's like, I don't know how much, I mean, because Amy has a new family. Like, I feel like Amy's probably also thinking, she's like, I don't know how much longer I can go, how much lower I'm willing to go with her, which she's already said.
Well,
like,
that's why she's taken so many steps back, because she said
yeah,
in a few episodes ago, what did she say? Like, how long do I have to care if you don't?
yeah,
Like, why do I have to keep caring when you're not caring? So,
yeah,
I mean, it would be awful to just slowly watch someone you love do this. I mean,
yeah,
that's what intervention's about, honestly, for the most
that's
part.
true.
So it's heartbreaking. So Dr. Smith goes to Tammy's. In her little interview, she seemed like she was actually really excited to see him.
Yeah, she was.
She seemed higher and lighter than I'd seen her in a while. She says that she feels good right now, but she's struggling. She's struggling with her mental health, but she seemed clear to me as well. She didn't seem stoned.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we knew this was coming, or
she did. She did know he was coming.
Well, I mean, sure. But I don't think we just knew about it the day of. I think we knew about it a couple of days in advance. So either her binge drinking, they know, is like Friday, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you want a sober Tammy, you go Tuesdays or Wednesdays. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like it just felt very like they had planned this to be like, this is a day where she's not drinking. This is a day where she hasn't been smoking. This is, you know what I mean? It just seemed very much like she was. This is a Tammy that I haven't seen in 3 or 4 episodes. You know what I mean? Like it was very
it was a
like
lighter Tammy.
Yeah, like she knew that she didn't want to be hungover like she was at Gage's party. Like she wasn't. She was clearly just herself. So
it was really nice to see. It's kind of like I know you don't watch Sister Wives, but there are moments now, like I don't know what season we're on, like 21 or 22. I don't even know.
God.
But there are moments where Cody's charisma, that he had, like his silliness and goofiness that he had in the first, the older seasons, that version of him comes out, and you can see what these women saw in him. You know what I mean? Like you can see glimpses of this, like, not amazing a monster
person. Yeah.
I don't think he's an amazing person, but you can see the mask come back up, I guess. Where you're like, well, I don't know what I think about Cody. I haven't listened to any Sister Wives podcast in a while because I've been so busy.
What?
But I mean, I think he's an asshole, obviously, but like there's just moments where that version of him comes back, and I kind of feel nostalgic, and I'm like, oh, that's nice to see. It's nice to see him genuinely laughing and having fun, as opposed to just always being an asshole. But then he goes right back to being an asshole.
They had to have married him for a reason. So
trauma,
for whatever reason. Yeah. Stupidity, whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, it's other than Janelle, Mary and Christine and Robin fuck Robin, but Mary, Christine, and Robin were all raised in that religion, in that church. And Janelle's
Yeah,
the only one who wasn't.
I think
So
Mary, I don't know. I haven't watched it, but just I don't like Christine, but I think Christine just did it because her dad, like, I don't know, she reminds me of the Nikki of the group without.
she is. She literally is,
Okay.
dude. Like, I know you haven't seen it, but her family, her grandfather was the prophet. So
Oh, okay. So she is a
her
Nikki of the group.
family is like the royalty in their little group.
So
So
that's okay. Because that's what she's
yeah.
always struck me as. And Nikki was so weird and crazy. So
Yeah. And Big Love, if you don't know
yeah,
what
Big
Summer's
Love.
talking about. Yeah.
Big Love is great, by the way. I have watched all of that. I did not like the ending, but yeah,
I do love Big Love. I watch Big Love every few years. I love it. It's great.
it's a good show. It's a really, but yeah, Chris, I've watched that and I just compare the wives to those people. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
Which
Nikki.
one do you
What they
think is
needed was a
Barb? Because
Barb.
really none of them are.
No, Cody. And what they needed was a
Yeah.
Barb. They needed a
They
Barb to be like,
needed a
no.
Barb
Yeah.
100%. They needed a Barb who was like, well, they needed to okay, I know we've talked about this before, but the difference between Bill and Cody is Bill never got to choose where he went for the night. The
Nope.
wives told him where he was going.
Yep.
That's what happened. And then he was just like, okay, well, that's where I'm going. And Cody, supposedly, they never had a schedule. He would just decide who he was spending time with. And I also think we've talked about this before too, that if you're going to do that, I think you can make it work, but I think you need to be a girl's girl. I think the
Yeah.
man needs to be secondary. I think you need to be like, you're not giving her orgasms, then you're not doing it with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, then we've booked y'all into sex counseling because
yeah,
that's weird.
because it's not fair to
Yeah.
tell your wives that you're not interested in a sexual relationship with them while you still have sexual relationships. That
Yeah.
is not okay.
No.
Anyway,
I had
maybe
no,
we'll do sister wives.
I know Mary got catfished and that's
She
so
did,
sad
but she was
because
already being
she was in a,
neglected at that time.
yeah, she was in a sex starved marriage with a man that
Yep.
she was in love with who was getting it on the side who didn't think she needed it. That's not
Because
right.
there's no reason for him to work on the relationship with you if he
Nope.
can go to another wife's house and she's acting like it's because like Robin always said that her parents had a honeymoon that lasted for years. And I think Robin cultivated a household where Cody had to do nothing but fuck her and hang out, and like she had nannies the whole time. So
Yep.
he didn't even have to take care of the kids. She didn't have to
Nope.
take care of the kids. If he wanted to go have a nooner, they could go do that because the
Yeah.
kids were taken care of. And she, I'm sure, had those people also doing her housework. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, she's
she made
100%
it to where
available.
there were no arguments in her home
Yeah.
because that's what she wanted.
This is
But everyone else had a real life with him that he wanted to escape from, and Robin was his escape. And she did that on purpose.
this is why they needed a Barb because
They
Barb
needed a
and
Barb.
Big Love I loved. It was like, well, no, if I tell him to sleep on the couch, he's sleeping on my couch. He's not going to go sleep in your bed. And
Yeah.
there was no one in that household who also could stand up to Cody like that, but who
Mm-mm.
would do that because I think Cody pitted them against each other instead of. I think if Bill would have tried that, Barb would have beat him. Like
Well,
she
because
was,
there is one episode where she kicks Bill out and
yeah,
Bill goes and sleeps with someone else. And then Barb has a meeting the next day and is like, absolutely not. Like, if I kick him out on my night, he doesn't have another bed to go to. He sleeps in my house on my couch. That's
yeah.
his punishment. There
And
you
the
go.
girls are all like, yeah, that makes. So I'm sorry, but yeah, because it was a
Yeah.
younger one, right? That was like, okay,
Margine.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just feel like for the and this is not I don't want to know anything about sister wives, but there needed to be I'm with you. There needed to be a strong presence other than Cody who was just selfish. You need somebody who's like, look, I'm willing to share him. I'm willing to be I want to have a life with all of us, which means that he's not doing that. And we're going to tell
Yeah.
him he's
No.
not doing that because he's outranked. He's
Yeah.
outnumbered, he's outranked, he's outgunned. So
You're not going to stop having sex with Mary and put her out to pasture, but not tell her you want a divorce. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
that's not
And
happening. And then you did the same thing to Christine, and
yeah.
Christine left you, and then you acted like shocked Pikachu face. Like,
What?
what did you want her to do? You're having sex.
Well,
What?
but
Like,
I also
no.
think I understand that their relationship, like in Big Love, they, which I haven't seen it forever, but their relationships were their own. Like Barb and Bill had their own relationship, but they also have a group relationship, which I guess is
Yeah.
like the whole polyamory thing. It's like, yeah, we can have private moments, but when you have a problem with one of my sister wives, that problem is also mine. Like, we need
Yeah,
to deal with
because
this as a
eventually there's
family.
issues with one of the wives. If you haven't watched it, I won't spoil it. But there are issues with one of the wives where Bill's having a problem with one of the wives,
Yep.
and all of the other sister wives are like, "No, you don't get to leave that person because you have a problem with her because I'm married to her too. So
Yeah.
no." Like,
Yeah.
it's great.
And
Anyway,
I don't think Cody could have handled. Cody's one of those men. It takes a strong man to be with a strong woman, and Cody was not a.
Cody was
Cody
never a
is not
strong
a
man.
strong man. No, he's a weak
No,
man. So wouldn't have
he
worked.
is.
Wouldn't have
I
worked.
don't know how we're talking about this. But
Well,
anyway,
you started talking
so
about sister wives, and then I got off.
oh.
And
Oh yeah,
sorry.
cuz my phone went off. I should probably mute this.
Who?
Um
What? Wait. Whose text is the Little Mermaid?
that's my mom.
Okay. I was like, who's got
That's
the
my
Little Mermaid
mom.
sound? What does Mom want?
She wants to talk to me.
Ew.
Hang on, I got text.
I
I
haven't got
sent
a
told her
text
I'm
from Mother
recording. Well,
at
she
all.
probably wants to talk about you. I'm just kidding.
Probably.
Anyway,
She's
so
like,
um
that kid, the worst.
that kid. So anyway, she basically tells him that she's partying, but she doesn't want to lecture. And he's like, I'm not here to lecture you. And then she says she's been drinking, smoking, and has started vaping, and she's drinking 8 bottles of hard liquor a week. And he's trying not to act surprised, but you can tell that he's like, this is not good. Like, this
Yeah,
is
he's like,
not good.
oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she says that she just wants to be free, which makes me feel sad because I mean, I'm sure her body is a prison for her and she
Yeah.
doesn't know how to get out, I think, at this point. So I guess the drinking and the smoking and all that stuff is her way of not thinking about her situation for a little
Yeah.
while. So maybe it is like a freedom kind of a thing.
It's
Um,
escapism. It probably doesn't hurt
it
when she's
is.
high. It doesn't she doesn't have to think about weight loss when she's drunk.
Yeah.
People like her. She's popular.
Yeah.
But she's damaging her body, and part of me wanted to be like, and I
She's
mean,
killing herself is what
yeah,
she's doing,
and
which is
you
sad.
can cut this if I need to, but when she's like, I just want to be free, it's like, girl, you're working on freedom. Like, you're getting
Yeah.
real close to that bodily freedom that means that you're not going to be here anymore.
I
But
just don't think I think that I don't know. Do you think that she's aware of how close she is to death at this point, or do you think that she's just like head in the sand about it? Like, do you think she knows?
she
I
seems
think
so
you'd
sad. Like,
have to being in the body, right?
she seems so sad talking to the doctor. Like, so sad. I'm sorry, I'm so burpy again. Talking to the doctor, I did feel sorry for her because I was like, this is clearly a woman struggling with depression. Like, she is in it. Like, this
Yeah.
is the most real, the most honest we've seen. And I did feel sorry for her. But part of me is like, even if she did know that she's killing her body, the way she talks and some of the things she says are things that are borderline suicidal. You
They
know what I
are.
mean? Like, they are,
Yeah.
I just want to be free. I don't want to care. Like, don't, I mean, and pushing people away is also a big part of that too. Like, if she pushes her family
Mhm.
away, then when she's depressed, she can convince herself that they're not there. And like,
Yeah.
it was hard to watch. It was like,
It
I
was
don't
really
like
hard.
Tammy, but I think that this is a genuine Tammy. And
I think so
that's really
too.
sad. And I think that
Um
she probably does know that she's pushing her body, but she probably just doesn't care. And she's
yeah.
convinced herself that nobody else does either. So,
It's sad. But she
yeah.
basically says that she's, struggling. And he says, well, you can always reach out to my office if you need help. And then she starts
Yeah.
crying. And then she says, and this part got me and it made me cry a little bit because she says, I don't know how to tell people I need help. And he says, but you just did. So,
Yeah.
because you saying that at all means that you've asked me for help,
Yeah.
Um, and then
It was
he says,
it's hard.
go ahead.
It was
It is
hard.
hard. It was really
Yeah.
hard to see. And then he
Yeah.
asked her like, "What are your next steps?" And he asked if she would go back to rehab, and she says no. And then he says, "Well, would you consider talking to a psychiatrist?" And she says yes. So we
Which
get
is
a
a
little
big
bit of a
deal.
win, a big deal for
Wait,
her. We get a
is this
little bit of
like
a win.
you know, is a psychiatrist the one who prescribes drugs or
Yes.
no? Okay. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I was just like, is that the right one? Okay. Sorry. I just want to make sure. So,
Mhm. But then so 2 weeks later, like that ends pretty much. But did you notice, this did make me laugh, is when Dr. Smith pulled up out of the house in his like some kind of BMW SUV, he made sure the door locked before
did
he
he
walked
really?
away from his car. He like was standing there making sure it locked before he walked the 5 feet into her house,
Like
which
that beep,
cracked me
beep,
up.
beep, beep, beep,
He
beep,
was like,
beep. It's
"Is
like,
it locked? Let me test the door."
is
Like,
my
"Is it
alarm
locked?"
on? Am I safe? What is happening? Yeah.
Um, but then this is where it gets very much like funeral-y.
Yeah. Like
So
she's,
2 weeks later, we're going to Chris's house.
yep.
And doing like a family barbecue. They don't know what it is, but Chris has a surprise for them. Brittany says that she also doesn't know what it is because he told her to go outside. So he comes out and surprises everyone with his three piece suit. He looks adorable. He
He
says he's
does.
lost 140, I think, since his biggest weight, and he's now off insulin completely.
That's so good.
So
And he does look really good. I think Chris is adorable. So
he is adorable. And then
the
all of his
suits just
sisters are
helps.
like basically gassing him up about how cute he looks and how proud they are of him and all that stuff. And then we
I
get like, this is where it feels very funeral-y because we get a lot of like smiling faces, long shots of the family
yeah.
being happy. It's very eerie. It's very much like this is the
Yeah.
last time they're ever going to be together, is what it felt
Yeah, like
like.
they were gonna put make this black and white and put words like, and this is the last family
Yeah.
gathering
And
that
two
Tammy ever
weeks
got to
later, Tammy
see.
died. Yeah.
Yeah, I did love
Um,
Amanda saying that Brittany wanted them all to leave.
ugh,
That was hilarious.
yeah.
She's like, I bet Brittany
Gross.
wants us all to get out of here. It's like,
And you
probably,
know,
but
Brittany was like, "Yeah, I do. Get
actually,
out."
yeah, but I think that every time y'all come over. So right now it's not a big deal.
Probably.
She probably hates this family. She's like, oh my God.
I'm sure she does. I still think that Brittany had like I love the backstory we've created for Brittany, that
Yeah.
she's just like a psycho a little bit and a
Well,
little
we've never
scary.
seen any of Brittany's family. Like, I don't know
No.
anything about Brittany's family. So
We don't even
yeah.
really know much about Brittany.
Other than
Like
the fact that she
I
was in the
I
mob
get the
and she used
vibe
to kill
I get
people.
I get born again Christian vibes from Brittany.
Yeah.
That's what I get.
Hard,
So,
hardcore,
yeah.
hardcore born
So I
again.
wonder, yeah. I
Yeah.
wonder what we were born again from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, was she a drug
I don't know.
mule? Like, what did she do? She did something. She
Oh,
was
maybe.
like, I don't know. She got some, every once in a while, Brittany, you can see it when they zoom in on her face. Sometimes it's like, oh, if looks could kill, she would have already buried you in the backyard.
Yeah. And also, according to Tammy, she tried to throw Tammy down some stairs in
So,
London. So,
and make it look like an accident.
yeah. And maybe she did. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
she
she
did.
did.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, we're at Tammy's house now. She has called Dr. Smith to tell him that she isn't doing well. Her depression has gotten worse and her health is deteriorating. Um, and that she figured that out when she was pooping.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah. She says that since she saw Dr. Smith, she slowed down on drinking and partying, and because she's just tired of being sick all the time. And she's ready to go back to rehab. So he's ready to set all that up for her, which is good.
I do have a question, like a fan theory. Do you think
Mhm.
she has decided to cut down on drinking, or do you think the people who were coming over to drink at her house are kind of getting over it? Because I do not think hanging out with a woman who, no offense, probably doesn't smell that great at a house that probably doesn't smell that great, and
Mhm.
getting drunk would be fun to do
Is
for the rest
fun.
of my
Is
life.
like a
Yeah.
really cool thing to do. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's something you do for like a few weeks, and then you're like, never mind.
Yeah. It's like, do you guys want to go to Tammy's and get drunk? It's like, no, I really don't. I think
Not
I'd rather go
really.
to
I just kind
Burger
of want to play
King.
Call of Duty. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'm just going to stay home and watch Netflix because I don't want to have to wash my clothes or
The second
like,
one of those guys got like his own apartment and a TV, they stopped going to
yeah.
Tammy's.
I mean, because part of me wonders,
Honestly.
like, when she says she hit rock bottom and she decided, Tammy's never made a decision without a man's influence. I'm not trying to be mean, but at least the Tammy that I've seen from these past seasons. So part of me is like, did you really hit rock bottom and decide you didn't want to drink anymore? Or did your drinking buddies decide they didn't want to come over anymore? So you were
I
like,
don't know.
because they can choose not to go to her, but she cannot choose to go to them. Like,
True.
it's not
That's true.
like she can be like, well, I really want to go drinking. They're like, okay, well, come out with us. And she's like, no, I can't. I
I
literally
literally
can't do.
can't. You have to
And they're
buy it
like,
and we have to mix it at home.
yeah. So they're like, okay, well, we don't want to do that. We want to go get laid by someone who's not 700 pounds. So We're tired of the train rides.
You said
So we're
I
going
want
to
to
go
go
find somebody
get
else.
laid by someone who's not a 700 pounds.
Not a 700 pounds. Thank you. So
anyway, there's one line she says in this. So she says that she's only doing this for her, like only going to rehab for her because she's going to put herself first. When has she not put herself first? That's
yeah,
my question.
she's always been selfish. So that's why I'm like, you've said that for everything. Well, I'm
Yep.
just glad that I don't have to think about a relationship until I get into my next relationship. It's like, that checks out.
So basically, Dr. Smith says that their goal is still 550, and he makes the arrangements for her to go to rehab, and then also says that she never has to leave rehab because they can take her from rehab, do the surgery, and put her back up in rehab, so she doesn't ever have to risk coming home. So that's good.
She
And
can just
then
get healthy.
she says she's not focusing on her weight; she's more worried about her mental health, and she wants to be a healthier, better Tammy.
Okay.
We all want that. The better part, especially. But anyway.
Yeah, I haven't seen her get better. I have seen a thinner version. But yeah,
she's
I'm
thinner.
excited.
She's just I think she might actually be worse. But anyway.
Oh, her attitude is worse. Ugh.
She's God.
Ugh.
I'm excited for the next season because I want to know what's gonna happen because it makes me sad. I can't imagine dealing with someone who treats you like that and then acts like they're the victim.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So today's the day Tammy's moving to rehab. This is again like she's dying. Everyone comes over to say goodbye. Tisa's there, Darlene, Amanda, Missy, Chris, Amy, and Michael. Everyone's over. She's excited.
Darlene.
She's nervous to go. But Darlene starts crying and says that Tammy's going to do it this time because she's the first Slayton girl ever to graduate with honors from high school.
What
and all
the
this stuff.
frick was this about, by the way? I hated this moment, and I'm going to go off. I hated the fact that Darlene was like, well, you were just my favorite because you were the third. And it's like, what the hell? You have 3 other kids here, 3 other daughters.
You have 3 daughters. You have 4 of your kids here that aren't.
And you're
Tammy.
like, you're the favorite, and you're the first Slayton girl to graduate high school with honors. What honor? Like first, like biggest girl in school? I don't know what honor she graduated with.
I'm assuming like honor society or something like that. I don't know.
Freaking way. Unless she had a class of 3. There is no way she graduated with any. I'm sorry. I'm being mean. But I was just like, what honors? Is this woman crazy? Like, we haven't heard anything about Tammy having honors. I mean, maybe she is.
I also just can't imagine someone bringing up my high school accomplishments.
Yeah, in your 30s. I'm so proud of you, Autumn, because you had perfect attendance your junior year. It's like,
oh my God, I never had perfect attendance.
No,
Fuck
none of us
perfect
did.
attendance.
But can you imagine that being something your mom tells you as you're going away to potentially not die?
It's like, yeah, okay, like thanks. Mom being like, you remember when you swam the 500 so quickly?
I've always been so proud of you for that. It's like,
I've been so proud of you for that, and that's why you're the best of all of your siblings.
First off, I would push you down for that and be like, is she the okay?
Is she? All right, she whatever. But anyway, it was kind of, I mean, it was sweet, but also it kind of seemed self-indulgent on Darlene's part.
I didn't like it.
No. And then Tammy gets loaded up. Chris and Brittany are taking her. It's like an 8-hour drive. And then Tammy does say that she might not act like it, but she does appreciate all of their words of encouragement and all of their love. So
yeah, which I feel like she, once again, this goes back to Chris talking to Amy. This should have been said because what Darlene said to Amy is exactly what Amy wanted from Darlene. Because
well, probably all the kids want from Darlene.
Because what
that they
was
do
that
not get
in a past season, or was that season 8 where Amy is like, "Why can't my mom just love me?" Was that?
I think season 8.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Maybe it's not season 8 because season 8 she seemed fine with it, but maybe it was the first season.
But it made me
Darlene didn't come to her wedding with Michael.
Okay, because I was just like, I hate this woman so much because.
Well, because remember the first season, she doesn't go to Amy's wedding, but she does go to Tammy's housewarming.
Yeah,
and then she went to Amy's house this season to look at the house from the outside, but not go into it. But she goes into Tammy's house.
Yeah. What a terrible parent to just blatantly tell all of your children that this one's the only one you care about. And Amy clearly has
Yeah.
issues with it. So I just didn't. This made me so mad and mad on Amy's part. I was like, "This is why I don't like you, Darlene. This is
Yeah.
why." I could point this out 100%. And I hope Tammy also told her family that she appreciates them. So
I
also, she
doubt it.
looks terrible getting in the van.
She does. We
Oh
say it all the time. If you've never watched a clip of Tammy Slayton getting in the van when she's this big, it's worth watching. I don't know.
yeah,
It's worth looking up.
it's not
Um,
good.
but Tammy is like not feeling well at all on the drive. So 6 hours in, Tammy is like really sleepy and slurring her words. Um, and then Chris and Brittany are like, "How high is your oxygen?" And she says it's 65, which I don't really know what that means. I'm guessing out of 100, I guess. So it's like dropping, I guess, is what's happening. And so Chris pulls over and they put on her like BiPAP machine, is what they call it. So like a CPAP machine, I guess, so that she gets the constant pressure on her lungs. And it works because she perks right up.
Yeah, she
Which
does
I
because
thought
she
was pretty
starts joking
interesting.
too.
Yeah, immediately. So she literally was getting like delirious, I guess, with how low her oxygen level was. So that's pretty scary. She perks right up. They make it to rehab. Chris says, and this made me cry because Chris says like, "I'll miss her. She's planning on being in rehab for 6 months to a year, but I'd rather miss her for a year than miss her for the rest of my life." Which makes me cry.
Yeah,
But
so sad.
and then Tammy says, "This is again. This is like literally they thought Tammy was gonna die because Tammy says, 'This is the last time you'll see me at this size. Bye, bitches.'" And then we fade to black. And then we get
Yep.
like a bunch of black text. And it's like the day after Tammy got to rehab, Tammy took a turn and got moved to the hospital. Her lungs gave up and she quit breathing. Tammy was put in ICU and on a ventilator. And then we get clips of Amanda talking about how like we waited too long, her body gave out. Like we're making funeral arrangements for my baby sister, like all this stuff. And then Chris says that they didn't know that even if Tammy was going to make it through the night. Um, so Chris and Brittany stayed up, and I think that this rehab facility is in Ohio, I believe. I think maybe in Illinois, one of those. And he says they stayed up there for 4 days, and Tammy was like in a coma. And on the last day, Tammy finally woke up, told everyone that she loved them and all this stuff. And then the doctor, they had to put a trach in her. So next season, we get Tammy with her trach.
Yeah, it didn't. I don't know. I'm like,
This
yeah,
seemed like they thought she was going to die, though. It was very
yeah,
death heavy.
yeah. It's like
So
she had a trach, and it feels like they still think she's gonna die. The way they ended it was like she got a trach, she went right back to rehab. It's like, oh shoot, they're thinking that they will just do an update and be like, she's dead.
yeah.
Like,
But then Chris does say that Tammy already lost 115 pounds in 30 days.
which is crazy because the she was struggling with like 30 and she's
Yeah.
already down that much, which means even if she doesn't want to focus on her weight, clearly her body is like, no, we're going to get healthy. I mean, also probably
Yeah.
just being on a liquid diet probably doesn't help or whatever she's
Well, being
on.
in a coma for 4 days probably didn't help.
Yeah.
I mean, that it did help, though. That's the thing. Your body doesn't want to be that heavy. You have to work to make your body that heavy.
Yeah, there's no way that's I'm I'm glad that next season we'll see Tammy hopefully more motivated, but I'm still not a fan. Like I know this ended with her basically everyone thinking she's gonna die, but I'm still not a fan. I'm just still not. Maybe it's because I
I
know that
think
she makes
next
it
season
through.
you'll be more of a fan because next season I feel like is when we take the turn where Amy starts going a little crazy and Tammy is the sane one. So I'm interested to see how that plays out now that we are doing the podcast.
I did think it was funny because I do know that Amy does flip out eventually after she has the actual glages
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah.
But in this episode, she even told Michael, she's like, well, I think I can handle 2 babies. Like, don't you think I could handle it? And I'm like, well, I'm going to tell you right now from the future, you can't. You don't.
I mean, I don't think anyone can. Like, it seems exhausting. Like,
Well, and
one seems exhausting.
the glages are feral. Every
They are
video with the
feral little
glages these
boys.
are feral children. They are just like at the wedding, it was like, oh my God.
They're
That is,
they're just little kids. They're just
yeah.
crazy. So I
I,
mean, I can't imagine. Like we were, like we had a family reunion for Kyle's side of the family yesterday, and we were sitting at a table, and they put like, I don't know, 9 months old, maybe like a little
Yeah.
baby on, but he was big enough that he was like sitting up. He's mothers. How old is this baby? He was sitting
Yeah.
up. He could crawl really, really fast, and he had like 4 teeth. So he was very
Okay. So
drooly
yeah.
because he was currently teething, but
Yeah.
he was just like on a table with a bunch of adults because they just plopped him on the table while we were all sitting around talking. And the energy from him chasing a bottle of Mountain Dew around was so insane that I was tired, and I had nothing to do with it. I was just sitting there. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't
No,
know how people do this day in, day out, all
they
day
should
long. I'm
bottle up
tired.
that toddler. Well, I mean, you saw when they were taking the pregnancy test, like Gage was playing with the air conditioner vents at the hotel. Just,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is,
Yeah.
it's like,
It's a lot.
It's
so
a lot.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Like I love the fact that she thinks, she's like, well, I want my kids to be close in age, and I want to be close, and I
I
want to
get
get this
that.
done.
Yeah.
But also it's like, but this kid is crazy. Like Gage is already like off the chain. Like, remember them pulling him out from underneath the tables? Because nope, don't go under the table. Don't eat that. It's like, you want another one of those? Like,
yeah.
You're right now, y'all are at a 2-to-1 ratio. You have another one, it's not that same ratio. Like,
at least she never had a third. I mean, like, she can have whatever she wants, obviously, but like, at least if they had a third baby now, there would be about like a 4 or 5 year age gap
there's
between.
no way Brian can have a freaking baby. That man's got dust when he nuts. How old is he? Isn't he like
Oh my god.
like, isn't he like 900 years old?
Oh god, I don't think you can say that. I think he's in his 50s.
Oh, okay. Well, he looks older than that. I'm just saying.
But the image of that was great. So thank you for that, Summer.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so
there's no way they're having babies. There's no way those two are having babies.
I hope not, for her sanity, honestly. But
he's too old.
She can do whatever she wants.
Too old.
So next week we're doing season 4, episode 1, The Sweet and Sour Life. And I think this is when we start getting to a bunch of food themed episode titles all the time.
Ooh, fun. I like food. Fun.
The Sweet and Sour Life. Tammy recovers after surviving another brush with death, but a new scare threatens her life. Amy's big surprise stuns everyone, which
she's
I'll
pregnant.
give you 2 guesses what that is. Yeah,
she's pregnant.
Exactly.
She was trying to get pregnant this whole season. She's like, "Well, I just want to get pregnant." What else is her surprise going to be?
Yeah, that's all it is. So the
Spoilers.
Glages are on their way.
The Glages are here. The Glages are here.
All right.
Yay.
Well, we will talk to you guys next week.
Yeah,
Bye.
next week, guys. Bye.
Season sisters, they're not quite a thing.